So a few weeks ago, I found myself on the darkest side of the internet, YouTube Shorts.
Press the button if you were speaking out from a fire.
And as I was mindlessly scrolling past video after video of trash, mouth agape and eyes glazed over, a particular clip caught my eye.
I teach you a crucial lesson about candy and movie theaters, okay? We do not buy candy from the movie theater. We buy it beforehand, all right? But the movie theater doesn't like that. So we have to smuggle the candy in. So we have to hide it. So why don't you hide those Skittles? Act cool, dude. You're walking weird. Act cool. Come on, man. Walk cool.
Well, good job, man. I see that.
Yeah, no, you look like a narc, dude.
Seems harmless enough, right? Well, yeah, that's exactly what I thought too. Just silly father-son bonding shenanigans. However, it seemed like a few rather livid commenters had some other ideas about this seemingly innocent video.
This is terrible parenting. The kid was probably so nervous and scared. What a loser, Dad. Hi, honey, did you enjoy spending time with Dad? Yes, Mommy, he taught me the ins and outs of becoming a criminal. Lovely family. Bro walking like he shitted his pantaloons.
It's very clear from comments like these and plenty others that at least a small minority of people were very unhappy by the content being displayed here. So that got me thinking, is it actually wrong to sneak food into the movie theater? Well, for starters, let's just be a complete fucking nerd and look over the legality of this whole issue. I'm talking the cold, hard facts. And right out of the gate, it's not illegal. You can give it your best try, but you won't get arrested and you won't have any actual legal problems. Which might be surprising to some because I know a lot of people refer to the art of sneaking food into a theater as stealing. But I mean, that's just not true. You still bought the food just from a different establishment. And if you didn't do that and you actually did steal those nerd clusters from that admittedly tempting ass little kiosk stand at the snack bar, then, I mean, I don't really know what to tell you. Of course that's illegal, bro. But with that, the question then arises of what can the theater do if you're caught with food? The worst thing that'll happen is you'll get told off by some random 43-year-old general manager and be asked to leave. But honestly, if the theater does have an actual problem with it and they don't want to go through the trouble of fully kicking a customer out, then you'll probably just be politely asked to return whatever snacks you were caught with to your car, or at the very least find a way to get rid of them before entering. Which, and not to play devil's advocate here, but to be fair, as annoying as it would be in the moment, does kind of make the most sense as a course of action on their part. Like, if you're gonna steal, the least that you can do is not get caught. But at the end of the day, the theater really just doesn't give a shit. I myself, like I'm sure most of you watching have as well, snuck food into a movie theater constantly. Like, how many times has this exact situation happened to you?
Ooh, these peanut M&Ms sound quite nice. I'll get these here for $1 at the Dollar Tree, as opposed to $14 for a stale bag at the actual theater. And the best part is I'll barely shove them down my trousers, so there's a bloody massive noticeable lump in my pocket that every employee at the cinema sees and still don't do a gosh darn thing about.
Well, would you look at you, random British person made up for a distinctly American subject for some reason? How clever. But, that's still not what this video's about. I asked, is it wrong to sneak food into a movie theater? And yes, I know.
Of course it's wrong. You should follow the rules of the establishment. How would you like it if someone came into your house and blah, 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 blah?
Shut the fuck
up! I know technically speaking, yes, it is wrong. We didn't come here for that though. You see, for those maybe not fully in the loop, there's this idea that movie theaters don't make any money from the actual ticket sales and only profit from purchases made at their snack bar. Which, if true, definitely changes everything. So, is it? Do movie theaters only make money off of their concessions? Well, kinda. You see, from what I could gather, the major cinemas, in particular the big three with Regal, AMC, and Cinemark, each earn about 70% of their total annual revenue from ticket sales, with another 5% coming from miscellaneous purchases like gift cards and memberships, leaving only the final 25% of these corporations' gross income coming from their concessions alone. So yeah, while still an entire quarter of the theater's revenue comes from purely snack sales, and when you factor in the markup values and all that other boring shit that I don't feel like going into right now, that does admittedly raise that percentage value up a little bit, it's still a far cry from, well, all of their money being made from snacks. Or at least, that's what I originally thought. After looking more into it, the process gets a lot more complicated, and the ways in which theaters and film distributors work together to earn money is so complex that I just can't get into it all right here. It is quite an interesting process though, so let me know if that's a video you guys be interested in seeing down in the comments below. But sticking to the cliff notes of it all, the money a theater earns from ticket sales can fluctuate drastically, just simply based on what movies are out at the time and how popular they are on a pretty much weekly basis. This is because these theaters make private deals with the film distributors about what the split between them will be. and how it'll change over time based on the film. This means that the same movie in the same theater can split its gross at that theater anywhere from a 50-50 split towards the end of the film's popularity, all the way to a 20-80 split during the film's initial release in favor of the distributor. So you're probably thinking to yourself right about now, Cole, what the fuck you talking about? Why did you just become company man, and what the hell does this have to do with snacks? Well, for one, this was extremely interesting to me, so leave me alone. And two, you remember how I said that the film distributors make a deal with the individual movie theaters to see how much money gets allocated to who? Well, of course, massive cinema chains like Regal, AMC, and Cinemark are able to pull pretty good deals since they're such heavy hitters in the industry, usually leading up to a clean 50-50 split somewhere in the film's release. But where does that leave the local theaters? The independently owned businesses. The mom and pops. Well, unfortunately, not in a very good spot. It is fairly rare for any movie theater not connected to a big brand name to earn any more than a 35% share of the profit from a film's ticket sales, which in turn leads to these smaller independently owned theaters' revenue pie chart looking more like 20% coming from ticket sales and 80% coming from pure-blooded, hard-working concession sales. So all that to get back to what was originally a fairly simple question. Is it wrong to sneak snacks into a movie theater? And as much as I want to say it's as straightforward as big theater, yes. Small theater, no. It's just not that easy. You see, with movie theaters dying out as a medium so quickly, it becomes easy to point fingers at who's in the wrong here. Is it the theater for not being stricter on their no outside food policy, and then topping it off by charging outrageous prices on all of their in-store snacks? Or is it our fault for blatantly not following the theater's set rules and depriving them of some much needed revenue when this is arguably the most crucial time for their existence? Is the dad in this random video I saw really a criminal, or is he in fact a saint? Well, that's just gonna have to be for you to decide. I simply laid out the facts. It's up to you to choose what you do with them. Or you can do what the rest of us normal people are gonna do and not change a single thing that we've been doing just cause some weirdo decided to make a random YouTube video about it. Alright, bye.